All right, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Brissett. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
14. First down, Cincinnati.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. The play fake. Here's Brissett. Stepping up. He'll try and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
53.
Let's go. Tighten up. Check.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up second and 7. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
third down. Brissett. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. You decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Just keeping the... And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, a give to Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
To throw, Brissett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
56.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Switch.
They run for it with Mixon, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 32-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Point it right. Hurry! On time!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On second down, Nixon looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
And it brings up 3rd down.
We're ready. 56. Let's get it together, team.
it's 3rd and long for Brissett. And that's complete. It's Green here. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Browns drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Now it's Gurley. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Watch the pass. Kill, kill, kill.
Real. 50. Hey, Charlie. Up. Jay, alert 33.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A quick throw complete out to Beckham. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They come out here in the eye. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Point it right.
Slow.
Stop.
Bang, 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 bang.
49, check 49.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Todd Gurley, as the first half is winding down, and the Browns have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go!
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Brissett. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This will be taken short.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Todd Gurley, 78 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now they run with Mixon. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Down 6. Get the flag. 6. Hey, watch the slant.
Check 15. Check 15.
Let's go.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Switch. Hey! Alert! Hey, zoom. Watch out.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Set. 20. 57's a mic. Run. Hurry. Hey, alert 33. X3. 218. Chopper. You must be done.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down of the process.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a carry for Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Regular. You're not ready. Tight jaw.
A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On second down and 4. Brissett flushed out right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on third down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
180.
Yeah, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
SOS. Check nickel. Hurry. Regular.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
King.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Run. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch the twist.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's third down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley.
I got you, boy.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
20. Hey, alert 33. Check.
On first down, Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 28-yard line.
Set, 180. Hey, alert.
Mike's 57 seconds, Mike. Here we go.
Real.
Shit.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
To throw is Brissett. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Green brings it in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Brissett again. He's got Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 41 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns' drive about to get started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Here we go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch out.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals grab it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Brissett finding Green complete. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Looking to throw on second down. Brissett. Buying time. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
At the 43-yard line.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part one, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of a season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.